the judge and the cops trying to jam us? Why I keep getting all of these chances? Why me, God, I need answers. Speak your mind and you might get counseled. Pinky ring and it cost me a phantom. The witness, the evidence tampered. Dirty money, the safest the hamper. Yeah, my bitch a star and I stamped her. P.E. Jordan 3, this a sampler. I don't wanna do it, but I gotta do it. Gotta if it's me or you. He got five, a lot of fluid. Gotta wait from the haters, say hallelujah. Be crazy, be the closest to you. It's okay, cause they know that I come to do it. Hold your VO for Virgil, exclusive Louis. I hit a Ewing, it's hitting and glisten the movies. If it's smoking the dough, then I'm tending to it. Watch when I step here, come my belt. Angel on my shoulder, but the devil on the left. I got a meal, not a meal from a shelf. I do it alone, I own myself. Stay home for you, don't get playing dirty here below my belt. I'ma get the bad, do to show myself. I had to show myself. Make room on my plate. I just said my grace and then I ate. Got a particular taste. I just stuffed my pockets in my face. Okay, let's have a debate. We talking about, I promise I'm feeling the way. I took the bodies up out of my closet. I buried them deep and they still in the way.
I filled up the crib with cars, the halls with art and all. I'm still having space. Got a particular taste, picky eater, I guess. But I'm still stuff in my face. She got a natural rap like a natural do like the she don't like. I was outside of the building, I'm on it up when it big, then you gotta have faith. I'm in a minute, I said ever since we lost boy. Late mama told me to pray, I do that cause you know I can play. You felt the fill up for real, we got rides in the back, we know we ain't come here to play. You be up playing the States, I be up playing abroad with the mates.
Make room on my plate, I just said my pockets in my face. Okay, let's have a debate. We talking about, I promise I'm feeling the way. I took the bodies up out of my closet, I buried them deep and they still in the way.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less, say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less, say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less, say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less, say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me ain't no options. Say less, say less.
Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less, say less,
Say less. Say less. Say less.
Boy.
Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shooting my shot like, hey. Hit the red dot like, hey. Finger on the like, hey, 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 hey. Grandma was in A, auntie was in A, mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shotty while bro had a get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? I the sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlson if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shooting my shot like, hey. Hit the red dot like, hey. Finger on the like, hey, 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 hey. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fence, they switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off a field, no heads, he just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, they first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than like Yukin. They sending shots, but somehow I just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G. You know I can't forget that I do it. Shoot my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shoot my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy.
I want you to win. This.
I ain't seen real problems since seen nothing. I ain't seen real. I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my day I pick it up to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight. Cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money. What you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or prize. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, can I drop your bag sass? I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Trump cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
Keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail.
Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner.
Boy, thump, like my neighbors jumping up a pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Sean, he ain't know, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm dealing with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They been sucking my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, three with the snows, all the ops gonna plow. They all in the sewers, the south in the clouds.
Got no paper, told him quit the pocket watching G's ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag. Listen
money, nigga praying every day. Glad to say I was broke. Tell them battle, battle, battle. Now I got my bands up. 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this nigga riding for his 53. I'm throwing up. They see the chain, I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga. Try love. Say she love me for my smile.
Okay, ready?
Be quiet, a rebel speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot. Feel the spirit breathing. Rest the waters, but the way I cook. Very seasoned. Everything around me moving. Like the chopper. And she told me
Hut.
Then the shots have been like they were mine. Now I got them raving around. I love the knocked. Home God, I'm a dog.
Ready, set.
See the clergy calling dodges fleas from you, dog. Adversity, I affect the demon with this
Let's
gun.
go. Here we go, set, yellow, 22. Ready, go. Ready. Set, go. Ready. Physical volume. Ready, go. Down, 33, yellow, stand, cut. Set, hut, 50, green, hut. Ready, break. Set, hut. Here we go. Ready. Okay, break. Ready. Ready, set. Let's go. Go, set. Move 32. Touch, touch. Ready, break, set, go. Ready, 10 block, ready, go.
I said, okay, okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just let the team like we ain't knew her. She just let the team like, okay, loser. Yeah, okay, loser. I ain't on my lonesome. They want me to loan some. I made a fortune. They can't let that go none. I'm doing so much that costs a shoulder. I don't blow it all on a VVS boulder. I put the verse in the Achi. I put the girl in the top teeth. Rock on my hand, make the rock wanna flock to the stands, cause my eye always watching. I said, okay, okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just let the team like we ain't knew her. She just let the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser.
Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticisms. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
on the ground. This is Devon Achane. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Off the play fake, Campbell. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from the University of Washington. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Penix. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Koo knocks this one through the post, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Robinson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And they'll accept that penalty. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
On second down, a run by Achane. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
After the safety, the football, and here's the free kick. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw, Penix. And complete to Drake London. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First catch here for London, and also a first down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. A play fake. Now Penix. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. After 9-0. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Now it's the backup Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw is Cousins. Kaderl Hodge has it complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out on the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Now it's McClellan. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing, because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
It's been a while since I played NBA 2K.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now.
So actually,
punt, though he did complete a pass earlier.
I'm not really that. It's been a while since I played NBA 2K.
It's another fake. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Dolphins have got it. Atlanta regains possession of the football, and they begin in a glorious spot, to say the least. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Convincing enough to overturn it.
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
return. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They're quite a turn of
I thought so.
This is first and goal from the 3. On the handoff, McClellan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown
I mean,
run.
it's been a while since I played Madden.
To add on to their lead. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Wasn't paying attention there.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Now Tua. And this is going to be incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 20-yard touchdown.
It's not going well.
The Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Coup for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. Now it's Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the 1st down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing they're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, unlikely for just one snap of the football. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Tua, the final shot before half. And this will be incomplete. So we have reached halftime. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there, as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 2nd down and a yard. From the gun, here's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I thought he had that one, and separate the receiver from the ball.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3.
Tua to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give him.
And look at this, another fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
The Falcons offense set to go.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first. Throwing is Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Tua sets up to pass it.
A short 3 yards to gain the first here.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
A short throw there. That's early, but the mark shows first down. A run with Mostert up the middle.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They call his number again and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 6. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack, They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! River Craycraft from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose. But you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run with McClellan. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The offense 3rd down tonight. They've only it's incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? And ready to go. And certainly this not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in from the 22 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the
Stop, Ringo.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that almost their aim. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. So the completion good for 7, and it'll be 2nd down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta. Them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Don't play with it. I just want a rough neck on it. Big you just want. Ask me if I'm finished now. I just begun. I ain't giving out no to no. Just for fun, are you dumb? 100 man, I don't know no other man. Like 100 just for 100 bands. What? I don't even got me 100 bands. I'm still going 100 plans. Give me best. Petro, shoulda knew it from the get-go. Yeah. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it, don't play with it. Just lay in it. Spin all day in it. My hitters don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. They stay with it. I'm okay with it. When they come to me, they don't play with it.
Want a 10-piece, make it all flex. He just want a phone call or a text back. Never got touched, but a stay. Why would I DM it first when I'm the catch?
They're getting rid of the windmill.
It's 100 bands. You like 100 ain't got one man. You like 100 ain't got one. Whole lot of speaking on me that ain't done. Drop that 100 on the penny, that big as Lola. They can't stand to see me winning, so they blame payola. Big choker, no mediocre. I ain't never doing. I barely do the cola.
Yeah. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it, don't play with it. Just lay in it. Spin all day in it. My hitters don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. They stay with it. I'm okay with it. When it come to me, they don't play with it.
I'm on demon time taking souls. He in my DM say I'm pretty, I know. Really messy, I'm a rich ghost. He tell me treat his face like a rose. Get somebody else to do it. Posting in New York at Bottega like I'm doing. I taught you how to get him for the check. What we doing? I ain't got 100 mil, but I got it once I flew in. If that don't come with money, I can't. He call me baby, so it's 200 a K with it. Carisha single and Sadiddy, he okay with it. No shade with it, no shade with it.
Yeah. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it, don't play with it. Just lay in it. Spin all day in it. My hitters don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. They stay with it. I'm okay with it. When it come to me, they don't play with it.
Just give me that boom, boom, boom. Just give me that boom, boom. Just give me that, give me that boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. I don't care what you got. Just give me that boom, boom, boom. Just give me that boom, boom. Just give me that, give me that boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. I don't care what you got. Just give me that. Stand to attention. I come to mention. Now we're gonna take you in a different direction. That's the way we rock and make them move them body. We got those over there asking for selfies. This time I got to say no. Don't try to pull down my bandana. Can't let you ruin my shoe. Then I hear them say, turn around, stupid. Turn around, stupid. Stupid, turn around, stupid. Now turn around. I don't care what you got, just give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. Boom, boom. Just give me that. Give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. I don't care what you got, just give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. Boom, boom. Just give me that. Give me that. Boom, you got, just give me that. I don't care what you got, just give me that. 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 I don't care what you got, just give me that. Just give me that. Give me that, give me that. Just give me that. Change up the gruesome. Care what you got, just give me that. Just give me that. Just give me that. Give me that. Just give me that. I don't care what you got, just give me that. Just give me that. Just give me that. Give me that. Just give me that. I don't care what you got, just give me that. Just give me that. Just give me that.
Tonight, from Hard Rock. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watch some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable.
Here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in the goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive.
Now a man who tore up the Packers in the NFC title game a few years back. It's Raheem Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Campbell now on 3rd down. Short throw to Smith. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here, and it's the rookie Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way.
And I know everyone trying to rein in their optimism just a bit, but he played.
To the air goes Daniels. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders put the Knights' first point. Take the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. As his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard. The drive starts with a run from H. And notch there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
To try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Off play action. Campbell. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. De'Ami Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Making their way back onto the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Campbell over the middle to Smith. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Campbell. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Achane on the counter. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Campbell. And this one is going to be off the mark to receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice. Even routes 10. Just quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Here's got Smith here. And stop him short of the line to gain. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And Washington will take care in great field position.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fix it. And they were ready for it and stopped it.
Throw for Daniels. Right away for the end. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't.
And definitely not playing the check down game.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Washington with a ball here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third. Well, a good throw there leads to a 1st down. Daniels now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Here's Daniels. He'll get this complete to Sennett, the tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Eckler. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Ertz from a yard out. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Seibert on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything. You feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll go midfield, corralled, but not before getting it inside 17 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here now, 2nd and 4. Complete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Okay, CD, 2nd quarter deficit, and where they're at on the field, they're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down to this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you've got to get some point.
Rush comes. Take Hill. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And he missed it. Not only was it wide right, didn't even look to have the distance either. Wow. There to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
An injury going to pause the game here, and it looks like it's Terry McLaurin who's in some discomfort. Not sure what happened. Hopefully this is nothing major. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Daniels. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5. Now Daniels. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And this one too low.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Daniels looking to throw. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. A final shot before break. Campbell, it's caught. Smith. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game. A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now it's the backup Mariota. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each tender. Ended up making a nice play.
Off now Tua.
And that's going to be the coverage. Too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And look at this. Another fake. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well.
I know without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that.
Right. Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being up.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And now off to the races down the right side. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception.
Back to their offense, and what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency, thinking this is over.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd. On play action, here's Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Here's the veteran. That's Jeff Wilson.
The 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. They're not going to get it. They try to move the
couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Mariota.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Dolphins off.
A kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Tua on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. They'll run right side with Mostert. And a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Durham Smythe from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Sanders on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. You see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, 44. On the run, it's McNichols. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's McNichols. Tackle there by Saran Neal out of Jacksonville State. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks. Actually, no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They run again with McNichols. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is McNichols. And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's try.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, Young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard, what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy. Going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She be spotted around your boy. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby.
White. Ready, ready. Set, ready. Yellow, 22. Cut, go. Let's go. Bigger blue. Let's go. Ready. 33. Yellow. Hut, hut. Come on. Set. 50. Green. Set. Go.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sons, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. It's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on full truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the season out.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's a special Friday edition of the NFL on
Certainly happy to have you along. Chase McLaughlin has it the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their left back.
This is what this on a national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field, his self-belief job done in his mind.
Campbell. And that nearly an interception here. He gets a reprieve. It's third down. On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Mayfield to throw it. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jalen Phillips. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mayfield looks to throw, and that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's White. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up on Levante David. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive?
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Campbell on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Campbell throwing again. Throw caught by Achane. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Back to throw again. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Campbell. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for Faye, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jalen Phillips able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they go to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. That was totally a blown coverage.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Campbell. That one complete to Hill. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Here in the preseason, hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. To throw is Campbell, throwing on 1st down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Campbell. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Campbell. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. To throw, Mayfield. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. Campbell now. A final shot before break. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
We dominate today. We dominate today.
So we've hit halftime. Season, 3rd quarter. Here we go. Out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield.
Yeah, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On 2nd down, Irving. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run here with Irving. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Mayfield now. Evans has it left side. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Mayfield on play action. He finds his man. That's Ott in the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Operating from the gun, Campbell. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first. And they're going to fake it from deep. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. A first down throw for Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second down and 3. Here's Mayfield. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Setting to throw. Here's Trask. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, Trask. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Cam Smith. Needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Tua to try again on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
forces now, and they convert there on 4th down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And that will be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say put the game, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Sean Tucker, 33 yards. And the Buccaneers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. They're going to try and run. Able to power through. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Here's Moore. He will return it. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Tua. And he comes back with one complete.
Positive yardage there as he'll be touched.
They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Tua to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Tucker. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3. They run. It's Tucker. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in the she just made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my this say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greater story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they take my
This again tomorrow. I'm gonna stream a little bit. Probably. I think